Hi everyone, welcome to today's class where we are going to cover shortcut keys and basic troubleshooting. My name is Adebanjo. I'm the MD of BEEBAN'S Media. So what do we do at BEEBAN'S Media? Our primary work here is printing, and we also do graphic design. So what do we print? We print banner, certificates, flyers. Then we print on t-shirts, cards, and we also do other printing, document printing, photocopy, scanning, and so on and so forth. So if you need any of this service, you can contact us using our WhatsApp number or any means of contact information with you. Our email address is also there, bbania@yahoo.com. So now, without any further ado, let's jump into today's lesson where we are going to discuss shortcut keys and basic troubleshooting. So now, let's start with universal shortcut keys. When I say the universal shortcut keys, means the shortcut keys that is generally used, especially when you are using Mac or Windows laptop. So now, I'm going to share my screen so that we can jump right into it. So as I'm going to share my screen right now so that we can see what we're talking about. This is my Microsoft Word open. So now we are going to use this document as an example. So actually, this is a CV. This is CV we created for. So now let's see how those shortcut keys work. So now let's start with the universal shortcut key, the one that is generally used. So number one is the Control C, which is copy. So how does that work? Look at this information here. Look at this information. If we still want this information here, I want to use it. We can easily highlight the information. We click Control C, then we come down to where we want the information to also be. Then we click Control V. Then we have same things we copied here, and we have it here as well. So now another thing we also do is that we can also move it from copying the wordings. We can also move it. So that in that case, we use Control X. Now we we copy this document. Instead of pressing Control C in order to copy, which is we want to duplicate it, we want to have it here and have it in another place. Then in this case, we want to move the entire word and want to paste it in another destination. So we can easily press Control X and go to somewhere else and move it there. So in this case, we have totally the word here, and we pasted it in this place. So in other words, we move it. So now when you use the shortcut key Control X, you cut the text and you paste it in another place. So another things you notice as I'm using this Control C and Control X is that I also use Control V to paste it. So just like you want to make what you copy to come back to visibility, so we make it to visualize the text which we have already copied in our clipboard. So now let's say we have covered at least 3 shortcut keys now. So now let's say all what I've done so far now, I want to undo them. So what I will do is that I will click Control Z. So that will undo everything I've done so far in this document. So you can see that my text is back to its original position. So now that is how it works. So let's say if I want to redo the step I undo, I can easily press Ctrl Y to redo. The text has gone back to where I moved it earlier. So now to undo again, I just have to press Ctrl X. So now, brief reminder, Ctrl C is to copy, Ctrl X is to cut and move the text to another destination. Ctrl V is the shortcut key to paste whatever you cut or you copy. While Ctrl Z is to undo, then Ctrl Y to redo the last action. So now, another thing to know that will make work easier for you is that you want to change all this information. Let's say information here, I want to make it the same font size. So instead of me to be selecting it one after the other, I can easily click Ctrl A. That will select all my text. Just come to this place here and change the font to my to anything I want. Right now I can choose font size 12. So when I click enter, everything in the artboard changes to the same size. So now in that way, you use Ctrl A to select all the text in your artboard, and you can easily apply effects to it at once. I can easily change all the color at once here, simply because I've selected everything using the shortcut keys Ctrl A. So now let me undo the action. Let me bring it back to normal. So now let's show another let me introduce another shortcut keys. Another shortcut keys I would like to introduce now is Ctrl F, Ctrl F. And mind you, when you are using Mac to follow up in this lesson, please remember that control in Mac or Apple laptop is CMD, that is command. So now, when you want to use Control C, you use Command C. If you want to move or cut, you use Command X. If you want to paste, you use Command V. And if you want to undo, Command Z. Same things applies to the when you want, but in Mac, when you want to redo, you click Command Shift Z instead of Control Z only. So now, Command A to select all in Mac. So now, another shortcut I would like to introduce now is Control F. Control F. What does that do? So Control F give you the to search for things in the documents. So let's assume you want to search for employer in the documents. When you click Control F, you see the navigation button. Then you click search for. So now, looking at my document, you can see the word highlighted is is highlighted in yellow. So if I have other words, other employer in the document, let's paste this here. So if I come and navigate and search for employer, see that I have three words, two words highlighted here. So employer, employer. If I delete the E, so you will also see that this one here, the employment history, is the part of it is also highlighted. because it's what I wrote in this navigation panel. So now let's have it in mind. Control F give you the option to search for words in on your system, especially when you are working with MS app. So now, finally, one of the most used shortcut keys is the Control P. What does that do? When you click on Control P on your system, it takes you to the printing dialog where you can print your documents. As you can see now, um, where I can print my documents. So I can easily make some few changes here, then send my document to print. So now let's talk about navigation and window management. But before we do that, let's quickly take a short break. We'll be back in the next 10 minutes.